Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. Welcome back, guys. JT here, and we got another narcissist video. Why the narcissist doesn't hoover you back. Why the narcissist doesn't try and get you back. Is this a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Spoiler alert, it's a very great thing. Welcome back, guys. JT here, and we got another narcissist video for you. Thanks for being here. Please subscribe, like, comment. Let me know what you think of these videos. Let me know what you want to see, what you want me to touch more in depth on. Today, we're talking about the narcissist Hoover. The Hoover, why they don't try and get you back. And I believe there's two main reasons for this. I've seen other videos and I've gone down rabbit holes. I could probably list 15 different reasons, but these are really the bread and the butter, the main two that you will see why a narcissist doesn't hoover you back. And for me, I'll tell you why mine doesn't hoover me back, or why she will never, ever hoover me back. But really, the first reason is because you have set up boundaries that are so solid, they cannot break through them. That is the number one reason. That is my number one reason for myself and my situation. But when you learn to set boundaries, because most empaths are, in the beginning, at least before they go on their spiritual journey, are people pleasers. And the problem with that is they lack boundaries. It's just like someone will keep doing bad onto them over and over and over and over and over and over. And they'll just keep, because they're an empath, they want to just keep trying to fix, try and heal that person, regardless of all the shit that gets done upon them, right? Really shit boundaries, people-pleasing mentality. And a lot of times this also goes with codependency, with the empaths, becoming codependent, and then it becomes very difficult to set up boundaries and to get away from the narcissist. So with me, when I blocked my narcissist 9 months ago, it was all or nothing. I was done. Like, I've heard people talk about how there's this one guy, I think he's called Narcology Report, and he talks about Mrs. A and a Mrs. B, and that's like the A supply versus the B supply, the main energy source, the primary supply, and then the little harem of B, C, D supply that the narcissist has on the back burner, or like gets certain things from, but not like the majority of the things they want, the majority of the energy they want. And so with me, I was a primary, so I gave the narcissist everything: emotional validation, finances, everything. I gave everything. So what happens with a primary, when you can learn to set strong-ass boundaries, they will never hoover you back, because they won't be able to hoover you back. So with me, I blocked my narcissist 9 months ago. Complete done. There was no blocking, unblocking, blocking, unblocking. Done. Blocked. Done, 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 done. And then I got rid of every single thing that she had ever gotten me. Even got rid of things that reminded me of her. Complete. Done. Deleted every single photo. And given I didn't do this all like in the one day, I wasn't like block, delete, throw out everything. It took some time. The photos probably took the longest, I would say, because I deleted them, and then I was like, oh, it's backed up on my Google Drive. I got to go onto my computer and like re-delete everything. So that probably took me like a month and a half, 2 months to like get through and re-delete everything, and then then it's in the trash bin and it sits there, and you can open them back up from time to time and look at them. Gotta delete. There's so many. The devil wants you to be attached to this person forever. It's not gonna just be easy. It's one of the hardest things to do. There's gonna be temptations all the time. But you have to be strong and you have to do what it takes in order to move on. So like I said, yeah, all the photos went into the trash bin. And then they sat there. I looked at them for, I think the trash bin automatically deletes in 28 days. And then I'd look at a photo and I'd be like, oh, and, you know, reminisce on a good memory or something. And then you're staying connected. You're giving yourself chances to fall back into the cycle of the narc. You don't want that. So then I finally deleted all the pictures out of the trash bin. And then from there, the last step was deleting all the messages, which was like, you know, tens of thousands of messages. And that one was the last step for me. And then once I deleted that and deleted it out of the trash bin, I was like, okay, boundaries are set. There is no way they can even Hoover me. Doesn't know where I live, so can't get to me. Blocked email address, so automatically when you block an email address, it goes in your spam folder, which I don't ever check. So, and actually, I had I bought something online. I can't remember what it was, and it was getting shipped to me, and I needed the tracking number, and it went to my spam folder. And this is like a few weeks after the blocking. It was really early on. Of course, got an email in there, and total narcissistic bullshit email about wanting money and expecting this and expecting that, and I'm just like, oh my God. Didn't respond, deleted. But you have to set up these boundaries, because when you do, you're conveying to the narcissist, you're done. I'm done. Leave me the fuck alone. Move on with your life. I'm over it. And a narcissist, their egos are so big, because they always say, like, people, no one's ever left me, and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm the center of the universe, and I'm the best thing that's ever happened to you. And their egos are so ridiculous, and they're so arrogant. So you give them an ego death. And, man, good memories. Not. But you have to set up these strong boundaries so that you can't even get a Hoover attempt. And it's hard. I've talked to a lot of people that go through narcissism, and I told you about my story with my female friend who was in a relationship for 5 years, on and off, domestic abuse, violence, all this shit, cops, and blah, blah, blah. And she never blocked him. And she would say, or what did she say? She said, she doesn't reply to 99% of the messages. Well, why do you think you keep getting pulled in? Why do you think you can't move on with your life? Why do you think you're not getting the relationship you want? Because you're still connected to that person. If you're saying you cannot block that person, you are not allowing God to give you the abundance in your life that you deserve, because you're saying to the universe, to God, source, whatever you believe, I'm not over it. That's what you're saying. You're saying I'm not over it. If you can't block, delete, get rid of everything, you're still connected to the narcissist. Regardless if you haven't seen them in 6 months, a year, 2 years, you are still connected to the narcissist. Therefore, you are not healing. So you have to set strong boundaries so that they cannot Hoover you, that you can move on and you can heal. Okay, now the second reason that a narcissist won't try and get you back, won't Hoover, is because you know what the fuck they are. You know that they're a narcissist, and they know that you know. They know that you know. Yeah. They're not gonna, if they know that you know, they are cowards. A narcissist is a coward. They're not gonna wanna confront you. Their ego cannot take it, because you're gonna frickin' shit on them like a rainstorm. I don't know if that makes sense, or a hailstorm or something bad. Like, they know they're cowards. They're not gonna wanna try and Hoover you back if you know everything, and they're gonna take on an ego death, because you're gonna shit all over them. They're not gonna wanna handle that. They're not gonna wanna deal with that. Narcissists are lazy. They want the easiest way out. The only way a narcissist is gonna Hoover you is if you let them back in or you go back to them. That's the only way. If you leave all these cracks, these little doors open, like I said, he texts me, but only 1% of the time I message him back. You're leaving a door open. If you leave a door cracked open, like if you're going to bed at night, if you leave your door cracked open, someone can just walk in. Anyone can just walk in. An animal can just come in. You're leaving the door open to allow something to come into your life. So when you leave all these little cracks open, you're just saying, come on, Narc, come back into my life. Come fuck me up even more. Like, you know, I hate to be so intense with my wordage, but it's such a serious topic, you know, and a lot of people throw around narcissist and narcissist that and and like 90% of people haven't actually gone through an actual narcissistic relationship. Everyone in the world has narcissistic tendencies. I do, you do. But the great thing about having narcissistic tendencies is you can change them. For me, my main narcissistic tendency back when I was a bodybuilder and I was like really full of myself, I was always taking shirtless pictures and it's just like all the time, always looking in the mirror, checking myself out. I had an ego, like my ego was pretty big, but I learned and I had self-awareness enough to know that that was a tendency of mine that I was able to change it. See, a narcissist doesn't have self-awareness. They can't reflect. They have no accountability for their actions, so they can never change. You can tell a narcissist all day, you have a huge ego, you're prideful, you're greedy, this. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because they don't have self-awareness. And they don't have empathy, so they don't feel guilt or shame, or, well, they'll feel shame during like an ego death if you like walk away, but they won't feel guilt or remorse for things. So if they're not going to feel guilt or remorse for anything, if you tell them they have an ego or pride or whatever it is, they don't care. They're not going to feel bad about it. They don't have self-awareness. They can't reflect on their wrongdoings. You know, the only time a narcissist can reflect is if something bad is going on in their life, but they're blaming you for it. You know, it's your fault because they're always the victim. Victim mentality for the narcissist, right? So I think we're going to end it there. I want to keep these videos as short as possible. Like I said, I could go on and on and on about these, but that's the two main reasons that a narcissist is not going to hoover you back. It's either you have not set really strong boundaries, or they know that you know what they are, and they're not willing to risk them hurting their ego. Those are the two main reasons why. And it's a good thing. You don't want the narcissist to come back. You got to close all doors, got to close all lines of communication. You move if you have to. If you have to move to a different state, you do it. If that means you're going to become the most authentic version of yourself and you're going to heal and live your best life, okay, do what you got to do. But if you leave these cracks open, your healing journey could take years, if not decades. And if you want to be the best version of yourself, you want to bring in a new relationship, someone that treats you with equal reciprocity, that gives you the love, it's not transactional, then you need to heal. Because if you leave these doors open, you're never going to manifest the things you actually want in life. That's the trick. You got to move on in order to get the things you want in life. Close all the doors, let go, heal, become the best version of yourself. I know it's difficult in the beginning, but just like with anything, time heals all wounds. The more time, the more you focus on you and healing yourself, the more you let go of the narcissist, and the more you are able to move on. All right, guys, I hope you liked that video. Comment below. Let me know if you think this video is for you, if you want to hear more about the Hoover techniques and the ways they Hoover in. I got all that up here in the noggin as well. So enjoy the day, guys. Stay safe. Love yourself. Put all your energy into you. Put all the focus onto you because you deserve it. You just gave all your energy, your time, and everything you've ever done to the narcissist. It's time to focus on you. Become the best version of yourself. All right, guys. Later.